Hey guys, good evening and happy Tuesday to you. This is Kim, independent designer with Chalk Couture and Chalk is Chic. I'm going to get this pulled up really quick so I can see comments if they come over. And I hope y'all are doing amazing on this Tuesday. We're going to take a closer look at utilizing this B-size transfer called Summer Vibes. We've used it several times in the past few days, but we're going to take just a snippet of this. One of the cool things that I love about Chalk Couture is that if you have a transfer, and let's say you only want a certain piece of the transfer, you do not have to use the whole entire thing. So you can customize this. You don't have to make it where it is cut. You don't have to cut your transfer apart. You can just chalk what you want to chalk and call it a day. So let's take a quick look at this. I have used this one quite a few times, so I'm not going to fuzz it, but I'm using our board and base, which is only a 5x7 surface, so it's really, really small. But let me show you how cool this lines up. So I'm going to kind of line it up like so. Let me see where this Vibes comes down. So I can go down just a smidgen more. And I just kind of want to make sure everything is as centered as possible, but that it still clears really well down here at the bottom. So on the bottom of our board and base, you have this little bitty lip here, and the lip is designed to hold your board, which is great, but you want to make sure that all your design clears that. So we have to take that in consideration. So we have this on a bigger board than what we need, right? I feel okay about this being here, but we really don't need that there. That is part of the road trips. So I'm going to take some placement tape. Hey, Whitney. I'm going to take some placement tape and I'm going to cover up the areas that we don't need. So I don't want bike rides and all that to show up. And if you feel confident that you could chalk around this, which I do, because I've been chalking for a long time, not everybody feels that comfortable. So I'm going to show you how you can cover up your pieces you don't need to be able to chalk with confidence, that you're not going to go over your area and chalk the wrong things. So we're going to do that. We're going to cover up flip-flops because we don't need that. Let me move that over just a smidgen. And then we are going to get rid of those little pieces right there because we don't need them. They're part of the road trips. So we don't need that. Let me open another placement tape. I love placement tape. If you do not have placement tape, you can use washi tape, just whatever you do. You do not want to use painter's tape on your transfers because they can stretch them and tear them. So you don't want to use painter's tape. You want to use washi tape if you're not going to use our placement tape. So we are just covering this up. This is probably unnecessary right here, but we're going to just go the extra measure right there on the edge. And then we don't want any of the sunglasses, so we're going to cover that up as well. So pretty much it's just giving us this little picture of what we want. We know our board is going to end here and end here, so we're pretty center from this perspective. And the top of our board is here and the bottom of it is here, so we're pretty good with both of those things. So I am going to hit the very tip top of this sunshine using our bumblebee paste. And then I am going to incorporate Couture Teal for our Summer Vibes portion of the chalking. So we're going to do the sunshine with the clouds up top. And we could technically, if we wanted to be really super duper technical, do the clouds with like white. And we might do that really quick. We'll go ahead and do that. If we're taping off all kinds of stuff, we might as well go ahead and do that, right? So we'll do that in white, and then we'll go back and get our sunshine. So we're just taping off what we don't want to accidentally chalk. We'll do our cloud portion in white. And I would love to do all the little bitty lines, very, very detailed, that are around the lettering. But just for time's sake, because it's quite a few, you would have to go around and do all of these and dry. And it's just it's a big, big, big process. So we're going to go ahead and hit our one line around our cloud with white. And then we will do Couture teal for our lettering. And then we'll go back. We're going to peel this off, dry, and then we're going to go back and do our sunshine. So we're just hitting this summer vibe. See how easy it is when you cover up the spaces. You don't care, like you don't need chalked. So much simpler. Like, I know it took us a little bit of prep, but it's kind of like when you're painting a room. If you take your time and you prep and you do all the things that you have to do, it makes the painting process like seamless and easy peasy. It's kind of the same way with chalking. So if you want to do something spectacular like this, where you divide up some projects and only chalk certain things, certain colors, yes, it does take a little bit of time, but when you see the end result, I think it is well worth it. So guys, we are chalking this one in bright white. After we chalk this, we're going to have to take it off and dry it because we're going to have this portion dry so we can do our sunshine. So we're just squeegeeing on and squeegeeing off, being a little bit extra careful around this Couture teal. Probably could have used our detail tool on this one versus our multi-tool, but it still does the trick. So let's go ahead and do a chalk pull. We'll go ahead and peel this up. We have a few little spaces to clean up, but no big deal. And I forgot my other dry tool is in there. So let me dry this really quick over the side. Hey, Vondia. Hey, Yvonne. I'm just drying to the side, guys, because I worked on stuff to go to my vendor event or vendor spot, and I totally forgot my dryer is still in the other room. So I'm just drying this pretty good over here to the side. My dryer won't stretch all the way over there because it's plugged into the wall and not an extension. So give me just a second. We are taking a closer, quicker look at our Summer Vibes transfer. Lots of moving pieces in this one. I do love it though because it is so summery and just fun. Really, really fun and playful. Lots of moving pieces and parts, which is super cool because you can use them just like we are, incorporating them in some different ways instead of using the same old transfer time and time again. Okay, that feels pretty good. It's got to cool off just a second, because this dryer that I just used is a little bit hotter than my Chalk Couture dryer. Okay, let's put that back. I'm going to take our detail tool super quick. Remember, it has a tiny, tiny end and it has this poker end. The poker end you can take and you can knock off any chalk paste that you did not accidentally want. It does it in just a really detailed manner, so it's super easy to get other stuff off that you don't want on there. Really, 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 really easy to do. And then, while I'm waiting for that to cool off just a smidgen, I'm going to peel off this tape that we put on here so we can get our sunshine done. So the easy part about this is once we get our pieces on here or off that we don't want on there, we can put our design back down. We're just going to line it up as best as we can. That's funny because it was sticking to my, I was like, why isn't this moving? It was sticking to my fuzzing towel. I was like, this isn't moving for me. It was sticking to my towel. Okay, so I don't care about pushing down where I've been. You've already been down that road. You don't need to push it down. The only place you care about is where your sunshine is. Okay, so that's where we're going to be putting our Bumblebee Chalkology paste. So there are a couple of areas where we don't want, and you can see where we did accidentally go a little bit crazy with the white. It's okay. It's still going to look super cute. And I will show you really quick how we're going to overcome this. So we're going to cover up any areas where we don't want to have yellow. Hey, Jen. We don't want yellow on our white clouds, so we're going to have to just make sure that we cover up where we don't want yellow. And y'all know me, if you watch me long enough, you know that I get heavy-handed when it comes to chalking. So a little bit excessive taping is my friend. That's how I get through life, so I don't have to stress about anything. So y'all just have to bear with me while I do my little OCD little thing here, because that's what happens, is we just get overly OCD about it, and it is what it is. Okay, so every place that I have covered up is not going to allow me to put yellow. I'm only going to have yellow on my Rays of Sunshine and right here, and even though there was a couple of spots where it looked kind of, I might have gone over a little bit, it's still going to be okay. So we're going to take our Bumblebee. This Bumblebee with Couture Teal and that pop of white is going to be so super stellar. Really, really bright, vibrant, summer fun colors. And again, you can use this in any manner you want to. So if you wanted to do a Summer Vibes t-shirt, totally could with some ink. And just do exactly what we did here. So one of the cool things is, and we're going to go back, I'll show you really quick how we can fix these two little, I guess I didn't know that they were there areas. Hold on, let me dry this super fast. One of the cool things, though, that I absolutely positively love is just the versatility of our products. You can use them in any way that you want to. So if you want to add them to a shirt, just get some Couture ink. If you want to use them with paste on a board, you can do that too. Hey, Tina. I hope you are doing great. I'm just drying to the side because I forgot my board dryer in the other room. So you'll have to forgive me. This makes 2 lives, y'all, that I forgot my board dryer. And I'm still going to blame it on the medication. For those of you who have sent me messages, thank you. My foot is actually better. It's getting better. It's just, it's taking time. For those that don't know, I broke my foot at the very, very end of April and had a serious nerve injury too, because it was a crush injury. And so I'm on medication for it, which is great. It's helping, but it also makes me feel extra stupid. And somebody told me the other day that the S word was not it was not a nice word. And I'm like, well, that's how I feel. I feel like I'm in an internal fog constantly, all the time. And I don't know if you've ever taken medication that makes you feel that way, but oh my gosh, I'm not used to it. I'm not used to feeling like I'm impaired at all. I guess that would be another good word to use for it. So I am sometimes flying by the seat of my pants. On most days, that's a good thing. Some days it's worse than others, but it is what it is. Let me show you how to fix this because you don't have to redo the whole thing. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit for those who want to see this. I keep paintbrushes in my craft room all the time. I do it for little bitty boo-boos like this, where maybe I went over or I didn't cover it up, or I'm like, oops, I was supposed to have placement tape there. Well, instead of redoing it, now I could totally take my transfer, put it back down, and redo it. I don't have to, though. Let me show you how you can fix it using our Chalkology paste. So, wet your little thin paintbrush. Take a little tiny bit of our paste and just go over it. You don't have to do a ton. It doesn't require much. But I have every size known to mankind of paintbrushes, and you can paint with our paste. I know that sounds kind of bizarre, but you can totally paint with it. You don't have to just use it with squeegees. You can paint with it. Now, you couldn't do a big, huge, I'm just getting this excess off right here. You couldn't go and do a big, huge furniture piece. I'm not recommending that, but to do like a simple board or a quick design on some canvas, Something like that you could easily accomplish with our Chalkology paste. I'm sure you could paint furniture with our paste. I just wouldn't recommend it because it's not cost effective. There's lots of great chalk paint out there, and that's what I would use if I was painting furniture. Unless it was a tiny, 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 small piece. Hopefully y'all can see all that. Let me scoot that up just a smidge. But all I'm doing is taking our paste, and just dipping the very tip of my paintbrush in there, just enough. And this is a really, really, really thin bristle. But just putting enough in there and going over the spots that needed help. Now, it didn't all need help. We didn't go that crazy. But where you need some extra help in getting chalk paste off your board, you can just knock it off using the end of our detail tool. Super, super easy peasy, easy to do, easy to accomplish. And so there you have actual clouds with our actual sunshine and the bumblebee and summer vibes. So it is taking an 8.5 by 11 transfer, a B-size transfer, totally doing this up a different way, doing summer vibes on it. Let's put it in our board and base holder. So you can see the design fits perfectly on our board and base, and enables you to just take one little piece out of there, something fun that you love. Now, one of the other cool things that you could do is just put other little pieces on here that you like if you want to just do a play on words and take a few things out, you totally could. We could do flip-flops over here to the side and add some more pieces. There's just so much you can actually do with Chalk Couture, and I love it because the versatility is there, and it just makes our transfers even that much more exciting, because it's not just this one design. It's this design and all kinds of different designs. We could just have so much fun with just this one transfer, and that's all you need. So, summer vibes, super duper cute. We use 3 Chalkology paste colors: Couture Teal, Bright White, and Bumblebee. If you have any questions about this, hosting your own Facebook party, or getting any supplies of Chalk Couture, just message me if you want to. Let me know, and I will be glad to help you. But I hope y'all have an amazing rest of your Tuesday, and I look forward to being live with you tomorrow for some more chalking. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you have a great night.